So last week, Lee Anderson decided to go all in on Islamophobia by saying this on GB News.
I heard the comments here. I heard the comments earlier you was making about Suella, some of the comments she made earlier this week. And I don't actually believe that these Islamists have got control of our country. But what I do believe is they've got control of Khan and they've got control of London. And again, this stems with Khan. He's actually given our capital city away to his mates. We've got Starmer. Beware. Because if you let Labour in through the back door, expect more of this and expect our cities to be taken over by these lunatics.
After 24 hours, he'd lost the whip, for which Sunak, known to be a weak Prime Minister, is quite impressive. After all, he left Dominic Raab in post when he was on investigation for bullying for months and refused to sack Braverman when she incited a hate mob to defend the cenotaph. So, is he going to jump over to reform, and why the swift action from Sunak? Well, a jump to reform is a possibility. After all, he's got a TV show on GB News, and GB News is the home of the Reform Party. So in order for him to stay relevant and keep his show, I would imagine it's quite a tempting offer. But in all honesty, I think he'll be back within the Conservative Party before the election. Bear in mind that he didn't lose the whip for what he said, he lost it because he failed to apologise. In the interview rounds today, both Theresa Coffey and Deputy Prime Minister Oliver Dowden have confirmed that he will be reinstated if he just apologises. It's whether or not he'll be able to swallow his pride and do it.
Well, quite clearly the Prime Minister and the Chief Whip asked Lee to apologise. He has not done that so far. I hope that Lee will reconsider that. But I believe that as a consequence, our leadership took swift action.
And if he'd apologised, would he have kept his job?
Yes, he was asked to apologise. He failed to do so, and that's what flowed from it. But
after all, he was only answering remarks by former Home Secretary Suella Braverman, and she's not lost the whip. And Liz Truss this week has been trying to spark a international incident with America, but I suppose that she's so irrelevant and purely crazy that nobody actually listened to her anyway. So she's still got the whip. Personally, I think it's just Sunak punishing him. 2 years ago, he was named the Conservative MP of the Year and had a nice cushy deputy chairman's job. He was the link between the working class and the Tory MPs. He's a good voice for them, or a really useful idiot, as other people might call him. So they'll still want him on side. However, he did vote against the Rwanda bill and resigned his chairmanship job, making himself look a little bit silly in an interview, saying that people were sniggling at him.
So last night I resigned as a deputy chairman of the Conservative Party. That was a difficult decision, but I think the right thing to do. You know, I'm gutted, mate, to be honest with you. It's not a nice thing to do to watch your mates going to one lobby and you going to the other. Like I said, I went into the no lobby to rebel. This is the key word at the moment. But once I saw the Labour lot sniggling and taking the mate, I thought, you know what?
Well, haven't you got a thick skin, Lee Anderson? Come on, I've seen you go toe to toe with the left of the.
But at the end of the day, my mates are going in one lobby and I'm in another, and they're taking the.
Tell us what they were saying then.
They're just sniggling and pointing and laughing. Oh, Lee Anderson here.
So it shows him to be weak. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time.